This is the Astros Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Houston Astros, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Let me give you what a bad formula is for playing a baseball game. Number one, can't score runs. Number two, your starting pitcher implodes in one inning. Number three, you can't score runs to overcome it. And guess what happens? You lose. Oh my goodness, what a bad weekend for the Houston Astros. They're in Boston as they get swept out. It has been a trend that has happened way too often as of late for this baseball team as their horrible play continues and their American League West lead is going to possibly it's going to at least cut down one game off of the two teams chasing them today because those two teams are facing each other. And the Astros have to figure this out quickly. It cannot continue, or they are going to be out of the playoff or out of the AL West lead eventually, and then they're eventually going to find themselves struggling to be an AL wildcard team if they continue to go out there and do what they have been doing as of late. Hello and welcome to an early edition of the Locked On Astros Postcast today. I'm your host, Michael Connor. Thank you for joining us live. If you are watching live, if you're watching later on or listening later on, we appreciate you as well. Today's episode of this Locked On Astros Postcast. Well, I wish it was a happy one, but unfortunately, it's not a happy one. It is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy Transfusion. Go to 5hourenergy.com today and use my promo code LOCKEDONGOLF to receive 20% off your order. Only valid through September 30th. Order transfusion flavor 5 Hour Energy shots today. All right, what are we walking out of this one talking about more than anything else?
This is what you'll be talking about.
This is a difficult one. Now, you're talking about it all. It's difficult to pinpoint everything because I want to go and talk a lot about the Framber meltdown today because that was horrendous. But here's the truth of the matter is the Framber meltdown didn't even matter. The Astros scored one run. Carlos Correa's home run was it. They didn't even get hits in the baseball game. And none of them. Over the last few days, they had hits. Today, a whopping 3. And credit to where credit's due. Giolito, he's got such a weird career. You go look at his track record against the Astros. He's either dominant or he's bad. And today, he was dominant. He was great. He does, he's got a very deceptive delivery. Odd start time today as well. I don't know how much that it didn't factor into the Red Sox. Can't give the Red Sox all the credit in the world because there was a complete self-implosion there, and there was a little bit of flukiness at times in that inning for Framber, but he was bad. But, you got to give the credit to Giolito for being awesome because he was. His goofy little delivery and everything. It works for him. It gets outs. It gets results. He's had a pretty solid season this year coming back from his elbow injury. And he was the dominant version that he's had a few times in his career against the Astros today. It couldn't touch him. And so that's where I have to always remind myself to balance, how we view a baseball game because sometimes the other team just out-executes you. And today, their pitcher far out-executed the Astros hitters and the Astros starting pitcher as well. Yes, you lose the game, but you also lose the game in part because the other team was better. And the other team was better today, flat out. They were better for 3 consecutive days. This team is in a very, very hard spot right now. I've talked about it a lot. They're getting healthier slowly. They are hoping to get, more starting pitching back. But here's the hard part is when you go out there and you lose games like this on days when you have your starter being Framber Valdez that you think you're going to absolutely win with on the mound, not win, that's a problem. This Astros team now since the All-Star break is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8, 9, 10. 6 and 10 since the All-Star break. Guess what that is? A recipe for falling out of the playoff race eventually. I hate to be that way, but it's just the truth. 62 and 50 now. They're 12 games over 500 on the season, which is fine. But if you have another week of this, you're going to have a problem. Sorry, I'm trying to yell at some kids that are making a lot of noise back there. My nieces and nephews I hope you don't hear them back there fighting with each other. The Astros lose this one and keep losing and have a bad trend. This, of course, coming off of a series where they played Washington, Took 2 out of 3. Now they're going to Miami, and then they're going to play the Yankees on this road trip. It's a long road trip. The next 3 games are very, very important for the Astros. They have to go out there and they have to rebound from this, and they cannot continue this form. They got to find some sort of offense. That's the number one thing. I thought that overall on the weekend before today, they hit the ball hard a lot. They didn't get some results, and you think that those kind of things matter. Today, they didn't even hit the ball hard. They didn't do anything today. Just stinks. I mean, when these things happen, I know that there's always, we got to have a million excuses here, a million excuses there for everybody, or, blame this person, blame that person. It just comes down to the players. You have to hold the players accountable to have their results. It's not on anybody outside of them, other than it's just them. It's on them. That includes the pitcher today. And I swear, if I see one more person keep coming at me with this, you should have traded Framber, stop it with your idiotic takes. You sound stupid when you say that. Like, I know that he had a bad baseball game today, but this team would have been in a disastrous position trading him away. They were never going to trade him. It's an idiotic take, and it's stupid. For anybody that continues that crap, honestly, you're a waste of space when it comes to opinions on the Astros. It's just the truth. Does he frustrate all of us sometimes? Yeah. But, the fact that the man, I don't understand why he can go out there and be dominant multiple times a season and people don't give him any credit for it. Then he has one bad start because, you're not allowed to have a bad start and everybody's just piling on. You should have traded him. You sound dumb. I just had to get that off my chest. It's been bugging me, seeing it constantly like it was ever a thought. It was never a thought. It should have never been a thought, and it was never going to be a thought that the Astros are going to have. If they're going to win this season, they're going to count on him. Now, look, no excuse for him. He had a meltdown inning today. He was great through the first 3. He had a little bit of bad luck with some non-hard hit balls falling in, and it got out of hand quickly. He also made a mistake out there on the mound defensively, which we are, of course, aware that he is accustomed to do. And we know that when he, has things go bad, things will go bad. It just is what it is. But I don't know. I think a lot of you that complain about him and say all these things about him are going to be sitting in the middle of next season and be like, man, I really miss Framber Valdez because he gives the Astros more great than he does bad. Just was a bad inning today. That's all it was. The Astros had a horrible inning, and they lost 6-1. They gave up 6 runs in 1 inning. They've lost 8 of their last 10, like I mentioned. They just got carved up, thrown to the side today, all day today. It stinks. It absolutely stinks. Now they got to bounce back. Like I mentioned, they're playing the Miami Marlins for the next few days. We'll talk about that series next here in the Locked On Astros Postcast following the sweep at the hands of the Boston Red Sox. Before we get to that discussion, though, I want to remind you guys about, what you should be getting your drink on when it comes to your energy game. Who doesn't need a little bit of pep in your step? It's time to fuel up and turn it up with 5-Hour Energy Transfusion. It brings the bold grape, ginger, and lime flavor of your favorite golf drink, minus the alcohol, into a quick, energizing shot. Whether you're sinking birdies or just making memories with friends, this is a hole-in-one for your energy game. Let's be honest, some days on the course or off of it, you just need an extra boost to stay sharp and energized. I've been out there on the golf course plenty of times. Need a little boost. Guess what? 5-Hour Energy is right there to get you going. Golf is all about the good times, the good people, and good flavors, of course. The grape ginger lime flavor gives you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without chasing down the bev cart. If you go to 5hourenergy.com today, that is the number 5hourenergy.com, you can use my promo code LOCKEDONGOLF to receive 20% off your order. The offer is only valid until September 30th on one order and cannot be used with other promotions. The code is not good on subscription orders. Whether you're meeting up with friends or trying to turn 18 holes into 36, get the energizing boost you need to power through. Order transfusion-flavored 5-hour energy shots today. One more message before we get back to our discussion on the Astros and the series that is ahead after the sweep to the Red Sox today. Let's talk about Gameday Hue. This episode brought to you by Gameday Hue. It's also, going to be a cool hat that I'm looking forward to sporting on these shows here very soon. Gameday Hue makes clean, no logo gear with team-inspired colorways of every pro and college fan base. It's all about letting your colors speak for you. No giant logos, just smart, versatile style that works on game day, on the course, or anywhere in between. Like I said, I can't wait to wear my stuff here and on the course as well. And that includes the golf glove that I've got coming from Gameday Hue. I got mine in the Texans colors. The hats and Astros colors, the glove and Texans colors. Right now, you can get 15% off with code MLB15 at GamedayHue.com. That's GamedayHue.com. The code even stacks on bundle deals, so now's the time to load up. Let your colors talk because colors speak louder than words. That's GamedayHue.com, code MLB15. Unfortunately, we're doing another show where we're talking about the Astros being swept. I was just trying to figure it out last time we did that. Oh, wait, it was recent when they got swept at home in a 4-game series against the Athletics. Yeah, so this is nothing new to us of late as, Astros fans. We are unfortunately sitting right here watching them lose baseball games. And, the truth is they're going to be in some trouble if they continue to keep doing this consistently. Now, they're going down to Miami to take on the Marlins after this one. 3 days in South Florida. I'm not too worried about the Miami hangover that you usually get for NBA teams. I don't think the baseball team goes like that. Miami is not a pushover. You're going to go into this one, as I'm looking at them right now, is just trying to pull up are they playing at this? Oh, everybody's playing right now. But they are a game under 500. They are currently losing to the Yankees as we do this show by a run. So they could be coming into this one a team that's 500 on the season. So, again, while you're looking at it and you're going, this is a team that you should beat, at the moment, they are winners of 4 in a row, and they are still technically in the wild card race in the National League. They're 6 games out. It's a long road to get there, but that is where they are at. You better not take it lightly. And honestly, minimum 2 out of 3. You have to have 2 out of 3. This team needs a sweep of the Marlins in the worst way possible. I would love to sit here and say that I feel like they're going to get that, but I can't do that because guess what? The Astros keep losing baseball games left and right. And they're doing nothing that shows that they're getting out of it overall. I hope to be wrong in this one. It's not going to start on a great foot. They're going to have Jason Alexander going tomorrow. I would assume Arrighetti, there's nothing slotted for Tuesday, might go in Tuesday's game, then Hunter Brown on Wednesday, the day game to finish off the series. But again, there is no other way around it. This cannot continue. Has to end. And it has to end starting tomorrow night in Miami. 5:40 first pitch, by the way, so we will be a little bit earlier than the typical 7:10 games, which you'll never get me to complain about earlier, so I can take my old butt to bed. Well, the good news is that you guys have a whole Sunday still ahead of you that you can go out and just forget about the Astros losing. Hopefully, they're going to forget about it as well. They can get down to Miami, have a nice little dinner on the beach or something, and shake it off. That'd be good for them to do. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Make sure to join us again tomorrow night after Astros and Marlins on the Locked On Astros Postcast.